Papa. King Air 145 Kilo Alpha taxi to holding point Charlie 2 via taxiway Delta. Taxiing to holding point Charlie 2 via Delta King Air 145 Kilo Alpha.
Right, and here we go. No one is watching right now, but that is quite alright. Hopefully, people will indeed come say hi. Wait, time to set up the aircraft ground clearance, and we should be off. Hopefully the stream quality isn't too bad. Absolute best internet in the world, but I need to set up my desk in a way that will be conducive to streaming operations. Amazingly enough, not running into many RAM issues
Hotel Alpha,
right
follow
now.
the Falcon, hold short of taxiway Charlie. Following the Falcon, holding short of Charlie Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
Means that we should be able to go ahead and stream NMSFS with some PMGG products when it comes down to it. But, you know, we're testing out the intentions tonight, so they do that. Game capture this, and let's set our plane up for this flight. First things first, put these babies to be brighter. And are these displays dim in the tallest aircraft? Anyway, for anyone interested, we're taking out a livery of my own making. It's the fictional Czech Airways A319, obviously equipped with IE engines, because that is simply the objectively correct option. We do have random faults on to some degree. Plane is, well, moderately old. Might consider giving it sharklets, but probably not necessary. We'll see if someone comes in and joins the stream before departure. If someone does, then I suppose it's their choice whether we use the sharkles or not. Aye, that's the key. No, that's the pillar over there, whatever. But yeah, is this set up properly? Good. On. For the setup. Let's go ahead and simply initial the flight plan through here. Yes. I hope the stream quality isn't too bad. It's kind of my main concern here. Pardon the cough, can't really help it. Just check. Yeah, we're running 720p because that's the best I can do right now.
Hotel Alpha, hold short of taxiway. Echo, give way to the incoming Falcon.
But
holding short of
doesn't
taxiway,
look
Echo
too
giving
bad.
way to the incoming Falcon Hawker 511 Hotel Alpha.
RIR 2248, 2248, Racine ground, roger, readability 5.
Yeah.
Readability 5, Ryanair 2248, thank you.
RIR 2248, 2248, push back and startup approved. Base northwest.
Mira weights, 22,000 meters. Some cargo, but not much. 6 tons of fuel is a little low. We're actually at around 8 tons. And kind of just throw it in instantly. Additionally, I just flew into Prague, and I must say that we are indeed very much in IFR conditions here. You can't see shit. And in all honesty, I think switch the time. I'll keep the live weather, but I'll change the time to be a more reasonable kind of morning, 8 a.m. for example, because I want to be able to see something, and while this fog just doesn't really show up well during the night in X-Plane, so this looks more normal. Anyway, we are all set up essentially. Okay, someone see start poll. I'll throw up a poll in chat, and we'll see by the time we push back and start up if someone responds, and if that happens, then that probably just one person that will make the choice on whether or not we use the wing fences or sharklets. Personally, I don't really care which it is, though the 319 definitely does look best with eyes and with fences, in my humble opinion. We have 8 tons of fuel. Manifolds are on. In fact, I'll turn this rate up to 50. Turn the plane volume down, obviously. That's 8, 53, 28.6, that is all correct. Now it's time to first of all listen to the ATIS.
At 3. Visibility 10. Sky conditions. Temperature -4. Dew point -5.
Hope the sounds are fine as well.
QNH1029er. Density
it
altitude
a little bit.
-1200 feet. Transition level 55. Arriving and departing runways 6, 12. Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if basic information service is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures. Contact clearance delivery on 120.06. Advise on initial contact. You have information India.
Right.
Václav Havel Airport.
Information. India would stand 1-1 I think. Yes. I forget what the call sign we're going for is. 15 Sierra. Let's change that here. Like this. Virginia clearance, dobrý den. Twin Tail 15 Sierra requesting IFR clearance to Dubrovnik Airport.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra. It looks like you've already got an open flight plan. Press the new flight button to close it out and start fresh.
Do that then. Virginia clearance, Twin Tail 15 Sierra requesting IFR clearance to Dubrovnik. Come on, I have it tuned.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Information India is current. Cleared to Dubrovnik via the VIAS 5M departure. Then is filed. Departure runway 24. Initial climb 9,000. Departure on 127.58 squawk 6116.
Come on, show it to me so I can read it back. Absolutely slow, honestly. It doesn't itself up. Okay. Let me do one more switch through. So yes, I'm just testing out the intentions because I've heard good things, and I want to see if it's worth the money because it's pretty damn expensive, honestly.
I'll have your clearance in just a second.
Virginia clearance, Brienne. Twin Tail 15 Sierra requesting IFR clearance to Dubrovnik.
Sky Travel 801, request clearance for an IFR flight plan 5.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Information India is current. Cleared to Dubrovnik via the VIAS 5M departure. Then is filed. Departure runway 24. Initial climb 9,000. Departure on 127.58, squawk 6553.
Clear to Dubrovnik via the VOS 5 Mike departure, then as filed. Departure runway 24, initial climb 9,000 feet, departure on 127.58, squawk 6553 for Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Thank you. So, 6553.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, read back correct. Ground is on 121.901, safe flight, sir.
To ground on 121.9 or 1, no. To the box, departure 24, by the VOS 5 Mike. Position there. We will plan with actual. We'll go with the. Why is the VOR approach not in this one? This would go for the RNF29. No, Yankee. Let's see. It's a visual approach. Oh, I was pretty sure they had the VOR approach for 29 there, but guess not. Not sure if you can do that one. Good to me. This is which is set. We gotta be honest, I was hoping for a bit more of an audience, considering I did have some positive replies there, but okay. We'll see, maybe someone comes along. Okay? Switch over to ground. We will be de-icing because it's -2 degrees or prime icing conditions. So we will go to de-icing area 3 probably, and then over to runway 24. Let's do our takeoff performance. 24. Let's say it's wet. We will have engine anti-ice on. We will go Yoga here. Packs on though because we had some conditions.
2248, resume ground, roger, readability 5.
That's fine. Yeah. And start our APU. Naturally. Take their seats and such. When lights on, we have some nice view set up. Once boarded, we will indeed get rid of the jetway. The doors are indeed closed. is available, start chronoing. It's not too cold in the cabin, luckily. Let me quickly engage in a bit of self-promotion here, so people might actually be interested in watching this.
Cherokee 315 X-ray Papa hold short of runway 17 traffic on final. Holding short of runway 17 Cherokee 315 X-ray Papa. RYR 2248, startup and pushback approved. Face northwest.
Just gonna engage in a little bit of self-promotion there. You know, maybe someone will be interested. Wait, I will indeed be coughing a bit. Right. Okay. Anyway, it's been 3 minutes, so bleed on. Chrono comes off. Good. Right. Disney ground, Twintail 15 Sierra at gate 11 with information India, requesting push and start.
Twintail 15 Sierra, push and start approved. Face northwest.
Push and start approved, face northwest, Twintail 15 Sierra. Right. Northwest will indeed.
Twintail 15 Sierra, push and start approved. Face northwest.
It's a bit slow on the speech recognition sometimes, I guess. Push and start approved, face northwest, Twintail 15 Sierra. As I said, testing how to do program there. Wow. Funny how speech recognition works sometimes.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I cannot do anything, honestly. That looks like the
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
taxi line there. Now, I really can't decide. Do we want the sharklets or do we want the fences? Because I don't know. Personally, I think the 319 with fences looks kind of goofy. But with the 321 with IAEs, if you don't have sharklets, then you're just doing it wrong, in all honesty.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
We will indeed be de-icing, considering the temperature. Now let me go in here, data received. We will go with Toga.
Cherokee 315 X-ray,
It's
Papa,
just
give
more
way to
fun,
the
isn't it?
Embraer on your left and continue taxi via taxiway Bravo.
Giving way to the Embraer, continuing taxi via Bravo Cherokee 315 X-ray Papa.
Let me turn down this
So
shadow.
connected and bypassed in
It's a shame that, unlike Beyond ATC, for example, which I've been enjoying quite a lot, and well, I've found to be quite great. This does not have traffic injection, which would indeed be great. But well, you do get the ATC chatter at least, I guess. But you know, so forgot to do one crucial thing. That's of course disconnect the ground power and get rid of that in the chocks. Now we should be all clear. Do a girl of whether that's fine or not.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Started, so beacon on. Are on. So then, starting number 2. Say I just love everything about the IAs. They just look better than the CFMs. They sound better. The difference is it takes longer for them to start up. And I guess they're a little more expensive to maintain in real life. But personally, I've always enjoyed flying on 320 family aircraft with IAs a lot more. Though of course, sound-wise, the undisputed best option for 320 family aircraft would of course be the Pratt & Whitney engines on the Neos, but I have not been fortunate enough to fly a Neo yet. In real life, that is.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Reset.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Not be using any anti-ice. We will request taxi to a de-icing stand and to a regular de-ice, which thankfully we can do without shutting down the engines, unlike when using GSX in MSFS. Where, well, it gets annoying, doesn't it? Because you don't really shut down for de-icing on a stand anyway. Right, engines are up. We will not be configuring yet, of course, because normal. Turn off the APU, we will not be needing it anymore.
Noise disconnected, on bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Oh, this is some really fake fog. It should make this for a should make for a pretty fun departure.
121.9. Crossing runway 22, contacting ground on 121.9, Falcon 762.
Right, there's the bypass, and we are fine. I think we'll go for de-icing area 3 here, as it's a bit closer, and I don't feel like taxiing via Zulu all the way. So let's see if I can actually ask for the de-icing procedure and if it will work. Disney ground, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, ready to taxi. We will need de-icing, so we would like de-icing area 3, please. Very professional call, I know.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, taxi to runway 24 via Bravo 2, Hotel Alpha. De-icing area is clear for you.
Bravo 2 Hotel Alpha. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, we'll go for the icing area 3. Taxi runway 24 via Bravo 2 Hotel Alpha. The icing area is clear. Twin Tail 15 Sierra. All of our lights on. And turn down the dome brightness.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, negative, taxi to runway 24 via Bravo 2 Hotel Alpha. The icing area is clear for you.
I feel like I read that back completely correctly and it still doesn't want to take it for some reason. Runway 24 via Bravo 2 Hotel Alpha. The icing area is clear. Twin Tail 15 Sierra. We have our clearance, so let's move out. Time. And there we go. We're taking Bravo 2 Hotel Alpha. Then we'll go Alpha. I think. Yeah, we'll go through. We won't take Zulu since it's not our clearance. Though it would be better, of course. Hold on. Yeah. Here. Very professional taxiing job, as you can see. It's because I'm looking all over the place. Well. So that's Zulu. This is Alpha. Good news for us, I guess. But either way, we do need to go pardon, via Zulu for a bit. Yeah, take the icing area 3. Right. Well, whoever's watching, welcome. I am very glad to have you on board. At last. Feel free to vote in the poll to decide which wingtip option we go with here. It is currently completely in your hands. In case you need a showcase, these are the wingtip fences, and these are the sharklets. Of course, the sharklets do offer some increased fuel efficiency, but personally I am of the opinion that they look a bit weird on the 319.
Learjet 333 Lima Juliet, taxi to holding point Charlie 2 via taxiways Alpha and Bravo.
Closing in on the icing area.
Learjet 333, Lima Juliet.
And I will cheat a bit and just look here. Yeah, it's that one. Or not. I really can't see anything, I must admit. I guess I'll go. Again, very professional taxiing here. Let me just do a quick little drift here, let's call it. Using some differential braking and such. Right. Oh, there's 2 de-icing areas here actually. And I should really focus on watching where I'm going, shouldn't I? Alright. Let me use the external cam to line up a bit here. Now then, park brake on. Then we go packs off, ditching button on. Then we, of course, request animated de-icing, the immersion value. And we will naturally watch the whole thing through the windows on the sides. I hope the stream quality is somewhat acceptable, at least. You know, need to do a bit of fine-tuning, and while the delay that I'm seeing, very important, is a little worse than I would like. I have high hopes, I suppose. I suppose the proper clearance request would have been to ask for taxi to the de-ice pad and then continue taxi to the runway, but I am not a professional pilot, so you know, can't expect too much. Hopefully one day, for a few years at least. Alright, there's another fluid type. Do appreciate that the de-icing is a bit more realistic with how Tolis depicts it over how GSX does it in MSFS. You know, both with the pattern and the fact that this is 2-step, at least to some degree, you know, you get different fluid types. While in GSX they go, well, kind of middle of the wing to root to tip. With only one fluid type, which is, well, kind of inefficient, but you know, we can't expect too much.
Cessna 908 Charlie Echo, hold short of taxiway Lima traffic on final approach.
Holding short of Lima Cessna 908 Charlie Echo.
Right. Now let's check if it's time for the tail surface. Here it is. Well, this delay really seems... Oh. Okay, it's not that bad actually. Just kind of stuck on my laptop here. And even on the split there it feels, you know. One side going for the tail for the tail and the other going for the horizontal stabilizers. Yeah, this is why you take extra fuel. You know? Fine on the temperatures, though of course the air in the cabin is getting a little stale by now. Come on, be done. Right, de-icing is complete. Which means ditching button can come off. Okay, there you go. Let's start moving. For the brake max. On pack 1, pack 2 coming on, I bet. What happened? On the speed brake. Cabin crew seats for takeoff. We'll go via Zulu Tango here. Okay, now we have 5 minutes after we configure to get off the ground, which we will of course very much be able to do. Okay, 40 seconds more than we need. Pack 1 coming on. We once again have our air conditioning. Tango.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, contact tower on 118.11. Have a good morning.
We're to tower on 118.11, Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Right, let's hold short here. Working brake on. Flaps 1 is our configuration, so let's give ourselves flaps 1. Flaps 1 set. Flight controls. Left, full right, check. Neutral. Rudder. And this, so we are free and correct. Up 0.4 for the trim. Status recall, all good. Takeoff config, perfect. Because well, the IAs tend to take a bit of time to warm up after startup, but here no such thing, because of course we did have the de-icing there. Tower. Rosinha Tower, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, holding short of 118.24 at Tango, ready for takeoff.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Rosine Tower, runway 24, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 cleared for takeoff, Twin Tail 15 Right. Auto, System 1 auto. TRI. Let's check. Yep. Good. We are configured. And we are clear for takeoff. We will run engine anti-ice. The one thing I should have also done on the de-icing pad was run up the engines and have them run at a higher N1 rating for a bit to make sure they are clear of ice. But I guess I didn't do that then. Right. Ready? Initial altitude set. Clock's on. Spool them up. And Toga. Toga service runway. Autoplus is blue. Should be a pretty brisk takeoff here, considering our configuration. East. And rotate. Was the rate? Gear up. And we're steady. Some 17 degrees, maybe 18 degrees nose up attitude. Of course, quite substantial. Thanks to us being in 319. And immediately we are in Milky
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, contact departure on 127.58.
Over to departure 127.58, Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Bye bye. Right. Reduce the thrust. Slow her in a bit. Just near departure, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, 4,000 feet for 9,000 feet. Alright, let's look at the retraction.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Ruzine departure identified, climb flight level 090.
Climb flight level 090, Twin Tail 15 Sierra.
Twin 499, contact tower on 131.905 for takeoff clearance.
So let's continue hand flying this one.
I'm taking now off because you have an error. You are the tower, you are required to give me a takeoff clearance. For this 499er, taking now off runway 06 at Prague. Have a good day.
Where are those columns, man?
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, contact Ruzine approach on 119.01.
Why would I go over to approach when I'm on departure? Okay. Over to approach 119.01, Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Bye bye. Just in the approach, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, flight level 065 for 090 on the VOS for my departure.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Ruzine approach identified. Good morning.
Yeah, that's great, man. Come on. Star. Looks like we are gonna be leveling out here. 1,000 feet. Flight level 090 would be proper considering the transition altitude here. We'll level off and go autopilot. Buff, autopilot 1. Ice not detected, we are out of the fog, so safe to say, indeed enjoy some tone. calmer conditions, I will take a screenshot. Menu says locked. Might not be here. A bit late, but you know, why not? Some climb clearance would be nice. Like 5 minutes. Okay, this seems like say intentions is bugging out a little bit. I'm not out of RAM, so I don't know why it's being weird. There are no altitude restrictions that we need to follow here. Twin Tail 150 requesting further climb clearance.
Mooney 56 Alpha Bravo, right to the VOR, descend to 4000.
Right to the VOR, descending to 4000, 56 Alpha Bravo. Twin Tail 15 Sierra, climb altitude 9,000 feet.
Our current altitude is 9,000 feet, Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Bit confused, ain't it?
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, roger, maintain 9,000 feet.
Why? Why would I? What the hell? Well, let me just turn the lights off anyway. Like, give me a damn reason why I should be out here at 9,000 feet and not climbing. This is weird. Like, you know, there are no altitude constraints that we need to follow here. 15 miles out from the VOR. This is really weird.
All stations, for hard design, QNH 1024.
And the same intentions should be decent with emergency situations as well, so let's see. So I put this and increase this to 102. Since I don't know, might be interesting, right? Intel 15 Sierra requesting climb to our cruise altitude.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, climb altitude 35,000 feet.
Climb to flight level 350, Twintail 150. Well, like, our cruise altitude should be 370, if memory serves me correctly. No, it's 350 actually. And we got a coast index of 46, so
All stations, for harbor time, QNH 1022.
Sierra Tango 81 Tango. Mike, descend to 2000 cleared ILS 18.
Descending to 2000 cleared ILS, 189er 81 Tango Mike. Clear for ILS runway 24.
RIR 2248, contact Rusine Tower on 134.56.
0 volts in the port. Let's go.
134.56, RIR 2248, thank you.
Twintail 15 Sierra, contact Prague info on 136.275.
All stations, for harbor time, QNH 102.
So that server doesn't exist anymore. I don't think 350 is the best cruise altitude for us. We need to take this further up. Let's do 216 on default. Let's see if something pops up. Let's see where we happen to be. It's currently flying inside the borders of my home region, so that's nice. Så flyger det in sig rätt soon.
All stations, for harbor time,
clickbait title. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of a test stream, so I realize why the viewership might not actually be there yet, but still, it would be nice, wouldn't it?
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, contact Prague radar on 124.05.
Over the Prague radar on 124.05, Twin Tail 150, bye-bye. Prague radar, Twin Tail 105 Sierra, then flight level 245, climbing to flight level 350. Hey there, mates. Remember you from... We met chatted with each other a bit on V1 stream a few days back, right?
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Prague radar identified. Good morning.
UPS 461 heavy cleared.
Thanks a lot for dropping by and chatting a bit, actually. That's greatly appreciated given the state of the stream right now. Just to catch you up, we're trying out Say Intentions, the AI ATC add-on. Most of us want to see if it's worth the money, and well, seems decent, but then again it's like 20 bucks a month, so you know. I hope the quality isn't too bad and that the audio is fine, because I haven't streamed for a very long time now and don't know if my settings are correct. But hopefully. I suppose the current question is whether to, you know, continue this flight normally and see if maybe this random failure chance surprises us with something, or to set up some failures. Alright, I'll take a look at it. Maybe I can turn the mic up. I'll turn the game down a little bit.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Prague radar, contact Vienna info on 134.625.
Over to Vienna info 134.625, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, bye bye. As for the mic volume, I guess I don't talk that loud naturally, and you know, house with family at night here, but it's manageable. Vienna info, good morning. Twin Tail 15 Sierra, flight level 300, climbing flight level 350.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Vienna info, identified.
And he talks slow.
Good morning.
But you know, gotta say, so far, Say Intentions seems to be a little more consistent on the speech recognition than Beyond ATC. Though, of course, the traffic injection that comes to MSFS with Beyond ATC is solid. Even though I do have two complaints, I suppose. One of them being the fact that, like, 2 or 3 times now, I've had the same situation happen where, you know, I get cleared to descent, I get cleared on the approach, and then I'm like on a 3-mile, 2-mile final. I get cleared to land, and then just as I'm about to, you know, I'm at the minimum altitude, some random plane waiting for takeoff gets cleared for takeoff as well. So that's a funny situation that Beyond ATC tends to create for some reason. And the second one being that whenever I fly with the PMDG 777-300ER, and of course everything goes great, you know, on the departure and on the flight, and then when I arrive, I always get sent to a cargo apron. So there I am with like 350 people on board at the hub of the airline that whose flight I'm flying there, being sent to deboard at a cargo apron, and it's funny to say the least. And then since we had the fortune of actually having someone here now, I suppose it's time to ask, should we continue this flight and go ahead and land in Dubrovnik, which would be with a pretty interesting approach, hopefully, on to runway 29, though the VOR approach is missing, so I suppose it would be the visual one there. Or do we cut the flight a little short by getting in some trouble? And if so, which sort of trouble are we looking at? Because for us, like, an engine fire is most fun, but, you know. That it is. Also, you gotta flex a little bit with my homemade livery here, which was like, I don't know, a 2-hour job, but you know, it's for my own kind of virtual airline that I created on myfly.club, some airline club branch, I reckon. Right, we're at our cruise altitude now, so... Oh, alright, there we go. Got a VOR2 failure. That's not great, but it's kind of irrelevant. But I guess to make it interesting, we will say that no mix. Czech Airways, as I created here, is a fake company that I've made in a browser game, you know, a kind of airline management game. And no, Czech Airlines, the real company, does not fly anymore. They stopped at, like, what was it, October 6th or October 26th, something like that. That was the last flight to from Paris to Prague. So after 100 and a bit years, 101 years I think it was, they stopped operating, and now they've turned into a holding company, and they're, so you know, the company exists still, but it's the main owner of Smartwings. So, and Smartwings operates the Czech Airways flights, and now they are taking deliveries of the 4 A320s that Czech Airlines had on order, and they're operating them with the Czech Airlines deliveries and such. So, you know, it's not like completely over for Czech Airlines. They might restart, but it's a bit meh. Right, I'm thinking we'll get a hot EGT randomly during cruise, and then we'll get an engine on fire. I can't really sequence them now, can I? But, okay, let's do hot EGT now, and a fire that develops from it. A minute and a half from there. Right. So then, to reduce the thruster, start thinking of a diversion airport, which in this case, looking at Vienna probably. Guess it's time for that fire now. Go. So, shut that up. Idle. Alright, engine 1 confirm, engine 1 off. Take a look. Nice little fire going. On we of course do that. Oh, I won't explode into shit, don't worry. Alright, engine 1 discharge. Engine 2 discharge as well. Right, fire is extinguished. Ignition. Balance. Take us to TA. Close bleed. Off. Bars. First put number 2 into MCT to give it a higher limit. Nice fire indeed, yes. Mayday, Mayday, Twin Tail 15 Sierra, we have had an engine 1 fire and failure, requesting diversion to Vienna. Well, let's see how it handles this.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Mayday received. Clear to divert to Vienna. Descend at your discretion. Advise when ready for further instructions.
Cleared to Vienna, descending at our discretion. We will advise soon enough. Thank you. Right. Squawking 7700, TA only. Now then, go into the box, secondary flight plan. Copy the active.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, you're squawking 7700. What is your emergency?
United 487.
We have had an engine fire and failure, Twin Tail 15 Sierra. Right, we will need the meet.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra, Mayday received. Clear to divert to Vienna. Descend at your discretion.
Variable at 1,
Advise
so
when ready for further
we're
instructions.
taking the longest runway. Because these are necessary. We need it in -10, -9. This is alright, we'll take 3-4. So ILS runway 34, no star, no via, insert. This secondary flight plan, activate. Let's take a look at the ILS 34 approach. We are quite close by, so we will need to hold somewhere. Hold on, did it not activate? Heading straight first. What the fuck? No, fuck it, I'm doing it here. It's 3-4, no star, no via. There. Delete this. Move the destination data. In this case, now I closed it. 1029, 1 degree, winds 0 at 0. The 800 feet is ours. And flaps free because we have an engine out. I'm gonna give it an open descent now. So we do need to get down. ILS frequency is 108.1. It's tuned. Can we get a VOR there, maybe? Fisherman, that's right, 110.4. Go. 72 miles out, alright. It's up to 10,000 feet. Through below. We can start the APU now. Just to have a backup, you know, power-wise. Balance is being monitored, of course. It's not too bad. Ultra limited. Okay, whoa, we're getting some. No, we're not getting any faster.
Spirit 891 descend and maintain flight level 200. Descending to flight level 200, Spirit 891.
Now, I lost the viewer panel. I'm gonna. Get to it. in the overhead, right? I mean, off, on, and it did reset the fault. Okay, good. Welcome back. Situation has not gotten worse. In fact, we are doing quite all right. We need to be at 3,000 feet. Descent. Means we can probably go direct to the final approach fix here. Centerline fix at least. Since we're 88 miles out. View bleed on. Let's test out what the cabin crew has to say. Hi, this is the captain. We have had an engine fire and failure. We will be diverting to Vienna. Expect a normal landing, but prepare the cabin for an emergency landing just in case, please. Get a response. The movement is off, cut fuel is off, engine boot, of course. And the green pump is off, so we need to monitor hydraulics as well. And of course, the PTU should take care of that, as we can hear.
Twin tail 15 Sierra. Contact Ljubljana radar on 119.8.
Why would I go over to Ljubljana? You know, that's... Negative Twin tail 15 Sierra. We are experiencing an emergency and diverting to Vienna, currently 87 miles out. Seriously, handing over
Twin tail 15
an aircraft that's squawking
clear
7700.
direct Obuti. Expect the Obut 2 whiskey arrival.
Negative on the arrival for Twin tail 15 Sierra. We need a direct to the ILS approach 34.
Twin tail 15 Sierra.
There you go.
Clear direct to Vienna. Expect ILS approach. Runway 34.
See, that's good. It actually handles it fine. You can refuse and ask for something else. It's great. Clear direct Vienna. Expecting the ILS for runway 34 until 15 Sierra. Thank you. Interested to see if we'll get any more random faults. Would be interesting, to be sure. Let's change from an open descent to a managed one. There's engine 2 as an MCT. Don't change to a drift down necessarily, but we do need to conserve energy a bit, of course, considering the situation. We will need to configure a bit early since our green system is a bit low. hydraulic power. You can clearly see that there's no fuel leak happening on the left wing, so if once the imbalance gets like 200 kilos or more, then I suppose we can cross bleed a little bit, so we're not a bit too imbalanced there. Fly by. EQT fell quite nicely, doesn't it? Yeah. ET was going strong. Without it, we'd be in quite a bit of trouble. We are cleared directly for the ILS, which is great. Still 70 miles out, of course. Well, 60 from the waypoint that we need to go to. Turn on the terrain. So we should be set up properly everywhere. It is ready. This message is simply annoying. We'll be landing with flaps 3. Of course, going with full flaps when you're short an engine is a questionable choice in all circumstances. Both packs are running thanks to the APU. Well, not necessarily, of course, pack 1 would still be running from the engine 2 bleeder, but we need all the performance we can get. I think we'll actually level off like 5,000 feet over here. And then descend for our final descent into Vienna. You know, if things considered, I suppose there might have been closer diversions, but Vienna's nice, you know, has a long runway, so should be fine. Either way, we have an engine out, so we will stop on the runway and just pretend that we'll get towed off afterwards, because... Or maybe we'll be able to taxi to a gate, you know. Nothing stopping us, we still have one functional engine after all. Of course, we could make the situation a little spicier with a hydraulic failure of some kind. Sure which one. Guess we could go the green system. Get a leak going. But you know, I'll increase the flight factor here, and maybe, just maybe, something else will pop up, and hopefully not kill us. Honestly, still yet to figure out how to file a diversion in on Volanta after the flight, but it's whatever. We're 50 miles out. We like to fail. That's fun. So off. Seconds. Then on. And it's unsuccessful. So that's another issue. Of course, it is a redundant system, but it keeps stacking up, so we see we're gonna be in some more trouble here. For us, Vienna has great conditions, you know, basically no wind, 1 degree, Kavok. I will be hand flying the ILS, of course. Though, since I only have one thrust lever, my hotels, I will keep the autothrust on with one engine so that we can keep the engine number 1 lever on idle. Now that I think about it, I don't think the cabin crew actually responded to the landing preparation request. Hi, this is the captain. We have had an engine failure and we are diverting to Vienna, so prepare the cabin for an emergency landing, please. Will they say anything? No, they won't. We're kind of just drifting down here.
American 467, maintain 250 knots.
Maintaining 250 knots, American 467.
6,000 feet, open descent.
Oscar Kilo Oscar Hotel Mike, Vienna radar identified, third rank of QNH 1015. Oscar Hotel Mike, Wiener Neustadt, East Airport at your 1 o'clock, 9 miles. Change to advisory frequency approved. Report cancellation of IFR or missed. Approach this frequency. Have a good afternoon.
Accents with AI voices are always so funny because, like, the accent's there, you know, it's working, but then they need to say something actually in German and they can't. Same thing I'm seeing with like operating in Prague with these AI ATC add-ons, where it's like, okay, I appreciate it. They don't necessarily try to say Václav Havel Airport, you know, but instead of saying Ruzině, they say Ruzai, and it makes my ears bleed. I'm gonna say urine leak random during descent, just to make it more interesting. Fortunately, we can't really calculate medium auto brake because we really need to stop. Yeah, we should be fine either way. It's a very long runway. landing. That would be devious. Now let's say this will happen soon. You know, gotta spice it up. I was very sure it was gonna happen, but you know what? It's just gonna happen now.
Twin tail 15 Sierra. Contact Budapest radar on 118.715.
Okay, it's been the ATC has been handling the emergency fine, but then just that happens. Negative Twin tail 15 Sierra. We are approaching 34 left. Slow. Runway. Scratch that. Disregard. Negative for Twin tail 15 Sierra. We are emergency. We are in an emergency. We need to approach runway 34.
Twin tail 15 Sierra. Cleared direct to Vienna. Expect ILS approach. Runway 34.
They're direct to Vienna, expecting the ILS runway 34 Twin tail 15 Sierra. No, like once you're squawking 7700, it would be really nice if they stop trying to hand you over to another controller. Okay, come on, just destroy the green system. Can we get a fueling? We can. Left-hand side fuel leak now. Just make it more interesting.
2,500.
Around altitude is 5,000 feet. I'm really not seeing the extra faults happening here. You know, like there it is. All right. PTU off, engine one pump off. And that's the overheat that caused that, not... Okay, no pressure, won't be out. Tailwinds are in trouble, spoilers are in trouble. Direct 2, right. Anything else in up here? Let's try to restart this. We cannot. Okay. Capture localizer, medium auto brake. Auto brake ain't working. Right slope captured, localizer captured, missed approach altitude set. Approach is up. Let's start configuring the aircraft because this will take a while. Look at that slow slat extension. Let's get the gear down as well. Not moving.
2,000.
Good. Okay, is it gonna happen or not? shut up. We will need to get the speed brake out. Well.
1000.
Cabin proceeds for landing. We will need to use manual braking. Flaps 3, speed brake armed. Alright, autopilot disengaged. Now let's land this thing, shall we?
556 Bravo, Quebec, Squawk 7654, identify.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra on the final runway 34.
Oscar Hotel
500.
Mike, Wiener Neustadt, East Airport at your 1 o'clock, 9 miles.
400.
Change to advisory frequency approved.
100
Report
above.
cancellation of IFR.
Okay, they're clearing me to Vienna. I'm just gonna land.
Have a good afternoon.
Minimum.
Twin Tail 15 Sierra.
200.
Cleared direct to Vienna. Expect ILS approach. Runway 34.
Of course, realistically, you wouldn't be handling the comms as the pilot flying here. Oh, Gen 2 fault. Good thing we have the APU on, otherwise we'd be fucked right now.
30. 20. Retard. Retard 10. 5.
Not gonna be a greaser. Ah, actually, that landing went better than I expected it to. Use the reverser and start manually braking. Steady.
5.
Reverse is idle. Well, reverser idle. Let's get off this runway. Pump the brakes a little. Right. 125 feet per minute descent rate, about 1.6 Gs. Sounds more like we kind of slammed it there, but you know. Let's try to clean this up. I'm surprised we even got the flaps extended. And I think we'll just stop it on this taxiway here. Look set. Get rid of that engine. Oops. Means we're not raising the flaps up all the way. Oh, maybe we are. Right. Oh. Lower ECAM failed. And the right engine generator failed. So, yeah, we did indeed get a bit more fun here. But yeah, no need to evacuate, just shut down. Get rid of all the lights. And here we are, in Vienna. So, means it's time to look at the replay. Because I really don't believe the landing was that smooth, you know? Well, you know, besides the fact that the approach was destabilized towards the end. I do have to say though, Explain 12 does indeed look like the atmospheric simulation. It's just the scenery around the airports, the world in general. That's a bit lacking, because, well, honestly, people are so much better in Explain than in MSFS. Okay, a little laggy here. Fan of that. And of course not a very stable approach here at the end, but Happens. Just say intentions because it's annoying. And of course, let's deal with the lag. There it is. Way to the left of the center line, but oh well. Okay, honestly, I thought that landing was, you know, fully thought it was gonna be pretty bad, but didn't suck too bad. Looks a lot better from far, of course. Zooming in creates so much lag. Yeah, alright. We survived. But that's something. Let's get a view of the destroyed engine. If it doesn't lag too bad. I guess XP realistic might be overly dramatic on the touchdown. But yeah. What I really want to see is flatten this. Oh, right, so the left aileron did work, but the right aileron was completely destroyed. Well, destroyed, non-functional, which is why the spoilers are handling all the roll input here. Cool. And of course their extension is very slow, and we're missing spoilers 1.5, but not bad. I must say, I do love towless aircraft for, you know, this kind of thing. Mostly because, I don't know, I still feel like the whole physics simulation is better in X-Plane than it is in Microsoft Flight Sim, at least in 2020. 2024 seems to be a bit better, but personally I'm allergic to that whole streaming every single asset ever thing, so I guess I'll be holding off on getting into that sim for a while. But yes, welcome to Vienna. We lived on one engine with, while missing one hydraulic system, some electrical systems, mostly the flight control ones. But everyone's alive, everyone walked away from this landing, no one's hurt. So, I'd call that a success. And I do indeed appreciate the two of y'all that showed up for this stream. Maybe next stream. I'll certainly consider it, but I don't know, because I'll have to think of a situation on how to create that, and have it still be possible to survive. You know, I guess if both engines were to fail in cruise, then it's of course doable. But yeah. Well, I'm by no means a professional pilot. I'm just someone who's very much into this thing. But you know, that's what I'm here for, I guess, to share some of my knowledge, though may it not be, you know, entirely comprehensive. But I can indeed talk about the aviation with some amount of confidence, at least I would hope. Let's shut this thing down, by the way. So yeah, it's 12:30 a.m. I better go to sleep, but I'm still gonna be at home for the coming week, so do expect to be streaming a bit more in that time, and you know, hopefully people will show up, and we'll have a good time, and we can continue doing this for a long time to come. So thanks to the two of y'all for showing up and liking and being active, and see you next time. Bye bye.